All right, interesting pathway. So 40-year-old woman, progressive shortness of breath, and bilateral hyalurolymphadenopathy and pulmonary infiltrates, non-caseating granulomas. Okay, so they've got sarcoidosis, and it causes granulomas. Those are small clumps of immune cells in the lungs, in the lymph nodes. So granulomas are made by overreactive Th1 cells, type of helper cells. And granulomas are made by that, but how they form is macrophages will see like an unknown trigger and release IL-12. And IL-12 tells CD4 positive T cells to become Th1 cells, hot T, bone E. So they will become Th1 cells. Th1 cells then release interferon gamma, which activates macrophages. Interferon gamma activates the macrophages, which clump together and form granulomas. So granulomas are formed by macrophages. Important. IL-2 helps T1 cells multiply, making the immune system stronger and stronger. And sarcoidosis is therefore a Th1-driven disease. And so our answer is going to be A, 12, 2, and gamma. Okay, and so let's look at the other answers. B, Th1, great. IL-5, though, is from Th2 cells. Right, hot T, bone, E, A. And so that's Th2, and that's why it's gonna be wrong. Th2 is for allergies and parasites like asthma and eosinophilia. It's not allergies, it's sarcoidosis. Let's look at D. IL-3, hot T, bone, would support bone marrow growth, not granulomas. So not D. E, Th2 cells, and then IL-4 and IL-13 are for IgE, so allergic diseases like asthma and eczema. So it wouldn't be those. So the granulomas, clusters of immune cells around the wall that the body cannot get rid of, like an infection or like some unknown trigger or something. And so it builds a prison around it. It's like, hey, can get out of here. Sarcoidosis, tuberculosis, fungal infections like histoplasmosis, and foreign body reactions like beryllium exposure. How does Th1 response form granulomas? Macrophages detect the foreign substance in the lungs, let's say. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm a macrophage. What should I do about this? And it'll go ahead and it'll release IL-12. IL-12 tells CD4s, you got to change. You got to become Th1 cells now. Th1s are better helper cells that can fight these things. Th1s are going to release cytokines IL-2, which makes more Th1s, and then interferon gamma, which activates macrophages and makes them more aggressive. So it's kind of like a little loop there. Macrophage, IL-12 tells the CD4s to become Th1s, IL-2 makes more Th1s, and also INF gamma, which activates the macrophages, and it's just big old loop. So then they clump together, form a granuloma, and that's why they're tightly packed immune cells. Look at that response, just positive feedback. And it blocks airflow to the lungs, causing shortness of breath. It could enlarge lymph nodes like hyalurolymphadenopathy, that's why you see that. And it could release inflammatory molecules, causing fever, weight loss. And so Th1, sarcoidosis, and tuberculosis, the main cytokines are going to be IL-12, IL-2, and interferon gamma. For Th2, asthma and allergies is IL-4, IL-5, and IL-13. And for asthma, it's eosinophils, mast cells, and CD4 positive cells. And for sarcoidosis, tuberculosis, beryllium exposure, macrophages, CD4, and T cells. But it's macrophages. The main function form of granulomas. And there you have it, folks. That's pretty much all you need to know. We kind of beat that horse to death, but hopefully it was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe.